Hey everybody, it's Michael with the Rock and Roll Therapy Room here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's currently snowing about 18 feet outside. Well, actually, it's close to a foot, and the lighting's dim. So we have our, let's call them our metal candles. There you go, our Ronnie James Dio candles. This video I thought would be a really good addition to our YouTube page. It's about winter gigs, so we'll call it the Winter Gig Survival Kit. So I'm going to go over about a dozen items that I think are super pertinent, super important when you're a gigging musician or an up-and-coming gigging musician. Things to think about. If you have any other suggestions, just email us and we'll put those up as well. But here's what I bring. In the winter months, you know how gross microphones are at bars and clubs? They're awful. So the sound person might use Listerine or some sort of alcohol-related product to wipe off the microphone. But basically it's a Germ Fist. So I use a little mic cover. I bring mine with me. And they're so cheap that I bring a new one to each gig. So that's something to think about so you don't catch anything. I'm not quite a germaphobe, but I'm close. So, second item, mag light. I don't leave home without a mag light. I'm a guitar player, so I can check the back of my amp, I can fix a guitar, I keep it in my car if I lost some gear, if it's a nighttime gig. So a mag light or a flashlight, whatever you have, but just a mini one. Third item, I'm going to get all supernatural on you, is elderberry or echinacea tablets or syrup. I'm a part-time singer, and there isn't a day in the winter that I don't take a spoon or a tablet. I really think building the immune system is really, really important, and I highly recommend just concentrated elderberry or echinacea pills tablets, okay? Third thing, no, it's not, I don't bring this model truck with me, but basically how I warm up for a gig singing is in the car. This happens to be a pretty rad, must be a 50s truck, but so basically this is a representation that when I sing for the night, I warm up in the car. Why? Because there's so many sound vibrations. The car is so loud that you force your voice to sing at a certain range that might mimic the club. So I'm really warmed up before a gig, and I usually sing for about 10 or 15 minutes in the car. The other thing, if you have acoustic instruments, warm up your car in the winter before you go to the gig. So if you're coming out of the house and your car's freezing, and then you go into a bar and it's super warm, instruments are wood and they're going to react to that. So always warm up your car, and also warm up your voice in your car as well. The next item, alcohol. I personally like it. I kind of dig it. But I don't have too much if I'm doing a gig. It's just going to slow you down, especially if you're singing. I know that's super anti-rock and roll, but I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. So I really cut down on the alcohol, and it really saves my voice. And I feel more energetic, and I'll save that for after the gig. For some reason, I always carry a towel. In the summer, it's super smart because the humidity. I'm always wiping down my guitar, my face. I cover my pedal boards, all those good things, but I always have a handy-dandy towel. Condensation, so if you're coming from the winter into a hot bar or a theater or a club, condensation builds on your instrument. You can wipe it down as well. I lost track. I have no idea what item we're on, but 9-volt battery. Oh my God. How many times? All my pedals are hardwired, but I always bring a 9-volt just in case. For tuners or pedals or God knows what. I just always have a 9-volt with me. The next thing is for background singers or singers. You know how you're always told to have, lemon water or tea or anything like that? Personally, the people I talk to, including myself, and I do talk to myself quite a bit. I'm not going to erase that. We're going to keep going with the video because we're rolling here. Warm water, man. I'm telling you, the lemon and tea dries out a lot of voices, including mine. And I get cotton mouth. So I just go with warm water, and I'm telling you, it's just smooth sailing. It really opens up my airwaves, and I can sing better. So, yes, warm water. There it is. Okay, the next one. Oh, my God. For anybody that lives in an environment where there's ice and snow, please buy your set of tracks. They fit around your gym shoes, boots, cowboy boots, rock and roll boots, whatever you wear. Take it from a guy who's dislocated his left shoulder 6 times and broken his right shoulder and dislocated as well. hauling guitars in my hand on the way to gigs or picking up things. I've had many accidents, unfortunately, up here in Minnesota, and I wasn't smart. I was stupid. So my girlfriend recommended these and bought a pair for me, and I'm telling you, loading vans, loading trucks, hauling your gear, especially on the sort of black ice or when it rains and it freezes real quick. These have little spikes in them, and I'm telling you, they have saved my ass so many times. And I completely have leveraged loading gear, and I haven't slipped in 2 years, so that's fabulous. And the last item is a home item, and you acoustic guitar aficionados know this, but any sort of humidifier in your house. If you have an old house like what we have right here, they're great, but you have different kinds of heat. So the attics, the basements are usually a little bit damper and a little bit colder. So I always have a humidifier at home. You know, we're dealing with organic material, expands and contracts, so having a humidifier at home for your acoustic instruments is great, just to maintain a neutral, moist room. And there you go. I'm going to say goodbye to the Dio candles. It's Mike Michael, Rock and Roll Therapy Room. We try to serve and please up here in Minneapolis. And check us out on the web. We are a music education facility and networking hub for teen and adult musicians, trying our best. Goodbye. Good luck at winter gigs. The summer gig profile will be coming in the summer. Be well.